But I don't think it's the scenario or the place to talk about personal things with Virgil or whoever. But I can tell you that after surgery, and it was successful, which is really good, the best news you could get is that this time is always unpleasant. Everybody who had a surgery knows that. You don't wake up and everything is fine, so you feel still the surgery. So, and that's it.
In terms of their fitness?
John Henderson had not a fitness problem. So it was.
You said after the game that he came off at half. You made the substitution because you may be a little concerned or being maybe precautious or something.
Responsible is maybe the better word for it. It's just I at least can count a little bit, so I can count the games he played. I can count all the games the boys played, and we have to try to get through this period. If you would have a look at the schedule, then you see that the October is a month like a usual December. The November is a month like a usual December, and the December is still the December. And so that means we have the intensity of the most hectic schedule. Which we have every year in December. We have it now already, and that's why we have to make these kind of decisions. So, and we will make them as long as we can make them. The boys are ready to go, and yes, Fab is not in. That's clear. He got a little injury, if you want, so he will be out for the weekend and probably slightly longer. But that's one thing. But all the others who are fit will be in contention, either on the pitch or on the bench and coming on. I cannot say too much about his progress in the last few years, to be 100% honest, but I can say a lot about his progress in the last few weeks or months since he's with us. This is pretty exceptional, but he was already a really good kid when he arrived here. The situation was one of the benefits of having Vito Myers in the coaching stuff, because he made us aware of him and said he is really good, so take him in training, stuff like this. So that's what we did, and he looked good. But we have still Billy the kid, and we have Nate Phillips as well. So these are the boys. Billy was not available for some reasons in the last 10-12 days, but he's now back. And that's they train all with us, they are all with us, and now we have to make decisions. Yes, great number, great ride so far, I would say. Interesting journey. Super came in with a super basis as a player, I heard about it, and when you see pictures from his pretty much first game, really the boy who came in and the man he is now. So that obviously needs now a little bit of time to settle. Nobody can say exactly how long, because nothing is ruptured, nothing is broken, stuff like this. But he's desperate to make the next steps. But if he will be ready for tomorrow, we will see. Same for Naby, just different kind of injury, if we would say. And the thing is then, when the boys train normally, and how long do you, because in the ideal world you give them obviously then enough time to prepare not only for one game but for the next 10, 15, 20 games, or 30, 40 games, however. So that's it. If somebody's in training again, that doesn't mean that you can use them immediately. Sometimes we have to. But as much as we can avoid it, we should try to do that, because I don't feel in a rush or whatever with the boys. It's just we have every day the meeting with the medical department, and then they tell me how it looks in a specific case, and that's the information I work with. So I cannot rush it, and I'm not in the mood to do it. So I just make sure with the available boys, we make the best of the situation. Antonio obviously plays a sensational season so far. He's in a really good shape, and I think if David would miss him or cannot use him, of course that doesn't help. It's like everybody, when you have a player who plays usually all the time and you cannot use him, that doesn't help. But even when you don't know him that good in England, but Haller, I know him from Germany, and he played an incredible season or 2 seasons at Frankfurt and was an incredible striker, different type, but good footballer, quick enough as well, and physically for sure similar strong, if not stronger, brilliant in the air and all these kind of things. So he could be, but they have different options obviously meanwhile, because West Ham did some smart business in the last, I would say, 1.5 years or so, and even boys who are longer there, they're longer injured, are now back, and that all looks like that it's now starting to click really. And so yeah, David is doing a really good job, and that's a proper fighting unit which we will face, and one player less will not make it easier for us, not at all. There will be just a different challenge, not exactly the same maybe, but we don't, actually in a moment I expect him to play. If not, then we deal with a different situation.